What's up everybody and welcome back to Rempton Games. The Minecraft terrain generation video that I was gonna put out this week turns out is taking a little bit longer than I expected, and I want to put in the time because I think it's going to be really cool when it's done. So instead, I've got a Pokemon team builder video, this time based around Super Smash Bros. I've got two things I want to mention before I get started. First, today I'm only covering the original starting roster from the first Smash Bros. Game. That was made up of 8 characters, but I'm not including Pikachu because Pikachu's already a Pokemon. There are so many other Smash Bros. Characters that I could make in future videos, so please leave suggestions for what you think those teams should be in the comments down below. You don't have to give me full teams. If you just think there's 1 or 2 Pokemon that would work really well for a character, I'd love to hear about it. The second thing I want to get out of the way is the Rempton Games channel, this goofy little channel here, is getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So first of all, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed and to everyone watching. I also want to ask for your help in helping this channel grow and reach that 1,000 subscriber goal. So if you could leave a like on this video or leave a comment or share it with a friend that you think would like it, it would really mean a lot to me and it would really help the channel grow. With that out of the way, let's jump into the Smash Bros. Pokemon teams. And the first team that we have for today is, of course, Mario. So for Mario's team, Mario being a plumber, I've got a couple of plumbing-themed Pokemon. So I've got here Mega Blastoise with his big pipes, and also Rotom Wash form, which is based on like a washing machine, which a plumber might come and fix. Big thing with Mario is, of course, his super mushrooms. So I have Fungus here to represent those. Lots of mushrooms in the Mario universe. Another classic Mario power-up is the Power Star, represented here by Staryu. And probably his most iconic power-up is his Fire Flower, which allows him to shoot flames out of his hands, which I've represented here with Magmortar. And the last Pokemon on his team is, of course, Mr. Rhyme, who I just thought fit really well. He's got a mustache, he's got a hat, he's kind of got those 2 buttons just like Mario has. I thought that they fit together really well. So that's Mario's team. The second team I've got here is Donkey Kong. And I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about Donkey Kong, so I did the best I could here. So Donkey Kong, of course, being a giant gorilla, I had to give him some ape-themed Pokemon. So Rillaboom here, easy pick. Slaking is maybe not necessarily a gorilla, but he still fits in really well. And of course, Darmanitan here, rounding out our posse of apes. And in addition to those, I have Tropius here. I know that Donkey Kong's a big fan of bananas, and Tropius being a tropical-themed Pokemon with some bananas, I thought it would go great on his team. And speaking of tropical-themed Pokemon, as you can see from the background here, he lives in a very tropical, jungly area, which is why I thought that a Alolan Executor would fit in really well as well. So that's Donkey Kong's team. And next up, I have Fox. So Fox is another one of those characters that I honestly, other than Smash Brothers, don't know too much about. I've never actually played an F-Zero game, so I'm sure there's great Pokemon that I missed, and if I did, please leave suggestions down in the comments for who you think could be on this team. But for the most part, I filled it out with a bunch of foxes, like Delphox, Thievul, Ninetales, and Zoroark. And I also got Latios here to represent his spaceship, which you can kind of see in the background here. I think that's a pretty good match. And I also got Inteleon, because I know a big thing with Fox is his blaster, and Inteleon also has a gun, and they're kind of secret agents together, so that's what I got for Fox. And next up we've got Kirby, one of my wife's favorite characters in Smash Brothers. And for the most part, we've filled it with a bunch of pink fluff balls. So Kirby's signature ability is her ability to copy the powers of her enemies, which is why I thought Ditto would be a perfect match. Jigglypuff, I think, is pretty obvious. I mean, just look at them, right? They're both round pink balloons. Mew, I thought was a good fit. Like Ditto, can copy other Pokemon, but also, you know, pink and looks very cute, but is surprisingly powerful, which I think really describes Kirby as well. Kirby is known for flying around on a star, a shooting star. I thought Jirachi would be good to kind of represent that. And Guzzlord here might seem like an odd pick, but Kirby is basically a black hole already, right? It inhales enemies, it inhales everything that it can find, and where does that stuff go, right? And that's kind of the same thing with Guzzlord, right? It just eats and eats anything that it can get in range, and it just basically disintegrates it. Also, Kirby is known for fighting, you know, eldritch beings, so I thought Guzzlord would actually be a really good fit on this team. Next, we've got Link from The Legend of Zelda. And this one was probably the easiest for me to put together. We've got Aegislash representing the Master Sword, and of course Link always has a shield with him. Mudsdale here to represent his trusty horse, Epona. We've got Spritzy to represent his various fairy companions, such as Navi or Tattle. Lycanroc to represent Wolf Link from Twilight Princess, where he literally becomes a werewolf and changes back and forth into wolf form. We have Decidueye because they're both very Robin Hood-esque, they're both archers, they have similar costumes, so I thought Decidueye would fit really well. And Azelf might seem like an odd fit. I wanted Azelf to kind of represent Link's Triforce of Courage. Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie are kind of a trio similar to the Triforce of Power, Wisdom, and Courage. So I know eventually I'll get to Ganondorf and Zelda as well, and I wanted to give each of them, you know, their respective pieces of the Triforce. I chose Azelf here for Link because the Triforce of Courage I thought was most similar to the Willpower Pokemon. So yeah, that's Link's team. Next up, we've got Samus, and let's start out here with Nihilego, which is basically a Metroid, right? They're both brain parasite aliens, so I thought that's a really good fit. Octillery here to kind of represent Samus's various blasters and attachments. Donphan also to represent her ball mode. Donphan's known for kind of rolling up into a ball and rolling around, which is something that Samus can also do. Deoxys defense form and Golurk both kind of collectively represent her power armor, which is, you know, a very iconic part of the character. And finally, Honchkrow I used to represent the Chozo aliens, which kind of helped raise Samus, and Samus also has some Chozo DNA. So that is Samus's team. And finally, last but not least, we have Yoshi. And I think that Kecleon and Flygon both just kind of represent Yoshi as a character. They both look very similar, but also Flygon kind of represents Yoshi's dragon form. Kecleon, you know, has a long, sticky tongue, much like Yoshi. I got Applin here because apples are one of Yoshi's favorite foods. Going back to Yoshi's tongue, which is one of its most distinctive features, I thought Lickitung here would be a really good fit. And Lickitung is also kind of a lizard creature, so I thought that fit in really well. And then the second most iconic thing about Yoshi is its ability to lay eggs. Especially in the Yoshi series of games, Yoshi's usually carrying around a whole bunch of eggs with it. So I thought that'd be good to represent with Togepi, the egg Pokemon, and also Chansey, who is always carrying an egg around with it. So that's Yoshi's team. 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and check out some of the other videos on this channel. If you want to see more entries in this series, leave a comment with suggestions for what other Pokemon teams you want me to make in a future entry in this series. And join me next time for the long-awaited Minecraft terrain video. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.